What's up, y'all? It's TeKRaJ. EA dropped a new gameplay trailer today for their E3 event. Let's watch it.
Every now and then, someone comes along and changes everything.
The high-powered Packers have proven why they're at the top of the NFC. Cobb with the go-ahead score. That could mean the dagger for the Giants.
But finding them is easier said than done.
The Giants have been lackluster in 2-minute drills all year. Can this be the one that changes their season? Manning drops back. He's tackled for a sack.
And at times, it seems hopeless.
No timeouts left. Could this be the last play of the game? The Giants need a touchdown.
Until you realize that there is an opportunity to do more. And in this very moment, you discover
it's caught! Odell Beckham Jr.
It was you all along.
Unbelievable! He's done it again!
Be the playmaker in Madden NFL 16.
So this just looks like an extension of the game that we saw, or the gameplay trailer that we saw for the first one. Let's talk about a couple things. First and foremost, obviously it focuses on this man. I like the detail in the tattoos, but outside of that, you see a lot of the same stuff. I mean, it's no surprise to me that we're seeing a lot of those wide receiver and defensive back controls. It's also no surprise to me that they're showing us that the Giants are a garbage ass motherfucking football team. So that's pretty funny there too. But the one thing that do disappoint me about the trailer is that we didn't see more of this kind of stuff. Obviously, be the playmaker is one of the biggest things, and they want to show us the new cool wide receiver and defensive back animations that we can see, and they didn't go into a lot of it. So you know what? Another thing EA did today is they dropped more gameplay information as far as what this whole air supremacy thing is. So at the top of the list was the wide receiver defensive back interaction, which has been blown out into a collection of features that they like to call air supremacy. So basically, air supremacy revolutionizes passing and catching on both sides of the ball with new user and AI mechanics. And there's also a whole bunch of new multiplayer catch interaction systems with what they say 400 new two-player catch animations with a wide variety of outcomes. So let's talk about the new handoff system. It says that air supremacy starts with the quarterback. So they start from the snap with an all-new handoff system that includes a large variety of new content and much tighter time between handoff and blocking. So we'll see how that plays out. Each play type has a uniquely captured handoff specifically designed for the given play, resulting in hundreds of animations, which I think is cool because new animations all means good things. So it says this system also includes all new fake handoffs for the play action game, which ties in perfectly for the short plays, and more on those later. So quarterback locomotion, it says that the team completely will work quarterback pocket, scramble, and roll out locomotion. It says simply tap RT or R2 button depending on what console you're on, the QB's drop back, or when standing in the pocket. And this allows players to roll to the pass and includes a completely reworked back shoulder rollout. The new mechanic works brilliantly with their boot and their rollout plays, which is great for those of you that like to run a lot and have a play action scheme behind it. You're going to be excited about this. So one of the big benefits of rollout is that players don't suffer the same accuracy penalties as throw on the run. The team also works scramble to be more responsive. That's whenever you hold like turbo or anything like that. And it allows players to toggle between pocket, rollout, or scramble loco at the touch of a button, which is great. You can also branch out of any drop back instantly by tapping the LT button after the snap. And then finally, they made a priority to ensure that all new quarterback loco mechanics are utilized by the CPU AI as well, so it doesn't just seem like a cheese that you guys can do whenever you're playing. So expect quarterbacks like Marcus Mariota and Cam Newton to offer substantial threat on the ground this year, which is cool because before, these quarterbacks only offered you like a read option type thing and stuff like that, which kind of sucked. So quarterback AI, let's talk about that. For many players, the most requested change for Madden NFL 16 was an overhaul of the CPU quarterback AI. So they spent several years developing a new AI architecture called Behavior Coordinator, which allows us to create a more granular set of behaviors to a given situation. This not only helps deliver the most challenging CPU quarterbacks to date, but also creates a clear distinction between different types of quarterbacks. So the game you get from Tom Brady is dramatically different than the behavior you'll see from dual threats like Mariota or Newton. Each style of quarterback will now react to situations differently based on their traits. And this new quarterback AI also represents improvements to Robo QB, dink and dunk offense, pressure awareness, play calling, and situational game mechanics, which is pretty cool. So let's talk about passing mechanics because that's one of the biggest things. And I agree with them. I always felt like quarterbacks, for the most part, Like all drop back quarterbacks felt the same to me, and all mobile quarterbacks felt the same to me. And so I always felt like that kind of sucked, especially if you were a fan of different types of quarterbacks. But passing mechanics. One of the big additions in Madden NFL 16 is the body relative throw, which allows players to throw a high jump ball, for example, or a low throw where only the receiver can make a play on the ball. They've also reworked the new touch pass, which they say now it's a now double tap the receiver icon. That's how you'll do it for easier execution of dropping the ball behind linebackers or in front of safety, which was cool. Catching mechanic. The most revolutionary addition this year is a new catching system. Previously, players had just one option, the Y triangle button to catch the ball. In Madden 16, though, there are 3 different catch types for choosing form. So the mechanics work by holding the catch button as soon as the quarterback makes the pass. You no longer need to hit B, as catch control is now automated on the intended receiver. However, it's possible to have more control by clicking on with B and steering the receiver with the left or right stick, which is cool. So here's the breakdown of the new catches, the risks and rewards, and situational applications. So first, it's the RAC, or the run after the catch. Is a catch where the receiver turns upfield during the catch with the intent to gain yards. RAC catches drive the receiver up the field to catch the ball in stride. Players perform the RAC catch by holding X or square once the pass is released. RACs have a higher drop and knockout chance and are susceptible to interceptions when the pass is thrown into traffic. And it says that RACs are primarily used when a receiver is open in space and has several steps on a DB with a vertical route. So the aggressive catch, it says the aggressive catch or how point catch drives the receiver back to the ball to go up and catch it at the highest point possible. They can be used to fight back to the ball and challenge a defensive back going for interception. Players perform aggressive catches by holding the Y or triangle button once the pass is thrown. Aggressive catches are best utilized in combination with high throw mechanics, so if you're throwing the ball high. And it seems like this is like more of like the face catching type. I'm going to go one-on-one with the receiver. So aggressive catches have lower catch chances and higher knockout chances, but can be a formidable weapon when thrown to an elite high point receiver like Dez or Megatron. So the possession catch. The possession catch is where the receiver protects the ball with his body and secures a catch at the expense of looking to gain yards after the catch. Possession catches are best utilized in traffic, and it can also be used to force receivers to perform the get feet down catches near the sideline or the back of the end zone. You can perform a possession catch by holding the A or X button. Once the pass is thrown, they are most effective with the low throw mechanic and when thrown to a slot possession trait receiver. They come at the expense of run after the catch yards, of course, and a receiver frequently go down immediately after the catch. So let's talk about wide receiver AI traits, which is another thing. Each wide receiver has a new series of traits that determine which types of catches they look for when under AI control. This includes everything we just talked about. So throwing the right route to the right receiver using catch mechanics linked to traits is a critical strategy component in NFL 16. Now let's talk about the multiplayer catch system, because that kind of confused me a little bit. But since the multiplayer catch system is based on technology and development for more than 2 years, and allows receivers and defenders to go up for a catch simultaneously and battle for the ball in air while using ratings, mechanics, and positioning to deliver the appropriate outcome. The team added more than 400 new player catch animations like we talked about earlier, and it includes like knockouts, tip ball, simultaneous possession catches, offensive/defensive pass interference, interceptions, and more. And the system also accounts for double cover situations. They've spent countless hours tuning and balancing the system extensively to ensure players cannot exploit the system. We'll see about that. So anyway, additional wide receiver defensive back interactions. The team also added hundreds of new receiver defender interaction animations, including new press interactions, zone chuck interactions, and hand fighting during route running. So this is like even before like the ball's even thrown. So this includes a complete overhaul to our defensive pre-play alignment system, as defenders now align to the inside or outside the receiver based on the coverage and where they want to force him, which is pretty cool. And it's really going to differentiate between cornerbacks as well. So I feel like the whole tall, short cornerback thing won't really matter as much, and you can actually go with a great cornerback and not have to worry about, well, he's not tall, so I have to go with somebody else. So let's talk about playbook and shot plays. Working in concert with Madden NFL 16 Air Supremacy theme, they met with legendary coach Tom Moore to work on a new addition to their playbooks. And authentic NFL quote-unquote shot plays. In the real world of shot plays, primarily play action based and usually keeps backs and tight ends into block or receivers go deep. So they added more than 100 new shot plays, and it's 600 new plays overall that they added, including team-specific shot plays in each team playbook. So let's talk about the in-game feedback systems. Building off the success of Madden NFL 15's pass rush and tackling feedback, the team created a new feedback system around passing and catching. So pass feedback tells players if the pass was under pressure, on the run, or off the back foot in order to provide context as to why the pass came out the way it did, which is really cool. I really like the fact that they're going to do that, and it's going to help us a lot, especially newer players or players that are inexperienced. But once the pass has been released, the catch tray displays the catch that the AI is looking for. The user can override the choice at any time by tapping or holding down one of the 3 catch buttons, so you're not forced to do what they do, but they kind of tell you what they expect you to do based on how you threw the pass. Finally, after the catch is made, they will display the catch, the type of catch the receiver performed. So let's talk about additional offensive improvements. The passing game isn't the only thing that got love. They added mechanics to help move through the line as a ball carrier. The first is to get skinny, so you hold RB when running through the line, as well as context sensitive like cut steps, jukes, which is with the left stick, left and right, perform behind the line of sight to cut off blocks, which is cool because if you played NCAA football, this was a big thing that they did and we always wanted. So they see that ball carrier AI has been completely overhauled with a new hit the hole logic, resulting in a real and tangible running game from the CPU. Ball carrier locomotion and true step have also been revisited to ensure responsive controls that are still grounded in the realm of authenticity or to be realistic. So contextual awareness has been revisited with several new animations and much tighter registration with other players. And then, by the way, with the whole new extra point rules, they're in there. So after scoring a touchdown, players can kick the PAT from the 15-yard line or attempt a 2-point conversion from the 2. So the new rules also allow defense to score 2 points on returns. And then penalties are fully supported on these plays, so teams can change their decision if a penalty occurs. So hey man, listen, I know it was a longer video, but I wanted to make sure for some of you that don't go out and read the blogs, or some that didn't watch some of the ET coverage, that you were seeing this. And listen, my feedback on this is basically, I don't know. I mean, this all sounds good in theory, but I'm disappointed that a lot of these gameplay trailers didn't show a lot more actual gameplay in what we're gonna see, and didn't really dive deeply. But we'll see a lot more as they release it. We'll probably see some of that stuff as we get more footage and context from the actual event. But I'm excited that I really think, listen, a lot of you guys harp on EA. You said the game is the same every year, and it is. And that's what we want. The game's not broke. You guys love Madden. I grew my channel off of Madden, right? In the off season, might I add. I started up again in the off season, and I got a whole bunch of subscribers. I got a whole bunch of love. I got a whole bunch of views. So obviously you guys love the game, and what you want EA, you always say, EA, fix your fucking game. And that's what they're doing. They're looking at every aspect of it. They fixed the graphics a little bit, but I got to tell you, there's always limitations to what you can do with the graphics. The more important thing is the gameplay, right? Can you make the players that I want to play with feel like the actual players and seem different and individualistic, so that I'm not just a slave to concepts and animations and glitches, which is what we all have to do. So in the comment section below, let me know what you think. Is there anything I missed? Is there anything that you want to see? Are you disappointed? Are you excited? And then also, don't forget that if you actually get the EA Access thing, which I'll give you more links to that, you'll be able to actually play the game on the 20th as opposed to the 25th, just like you did in years past. So hey man, like if you're liking this video, and then go ahead and subscribe if you're new, and look out for more Madden 15 Ultimate Team content and some other Madden NFL 15 content in this next 2 months while we prepare for the launch of the new game. All right, peace. Now there's a lot of wow about this Ndamukong Suh card. This is a 24-hour edition. So it's flashback pack opening time. It's your boy TeKRaJ, and I'm coming to you with a flashback pack opening. Now,